What's up people, welcome to Groovy Gamer, where today I'm going to talk about the developers discussion on the upcoming 1.2 update as well as my thoughts on it. So this post was published on 4th of December 2020 and it was about the developer of the game answering some of questions from the player, and it goes like this.
I wish there was private chat function so I could chat to friends before entering their worlds.
And the answer to that is, a chat function is coming in version 1.2. Travelers who have unlocked the friend system can chat with friends from the friend screen or via a shortcut button. If your friend is offline, they will receive your message the next time they log in. In my opinion, this feature is very nice because it will make it easier for you to be able to communicate with your friends, which means it's easier for you to team up with them for domains or bosses, because you will be able to ask your friends directly from the friends chat menu.
My friends keep changing their nicknames all the time, and I can't remember who is who. I wish I could add a note.
And the answer to that is, in version 1.2, the travelers will be able to select a friend's avatar and add a name for them in a note. The name you add will show up in your friends list and in the chat, and only you will be able to see the name you have given to them. Hopefully, that will make it easier to remember who was who. This is kinda self-explanatory because it will make it easier for you to be able to recognize your friends.
I wish that I could add a trackable pin so that after closing the map, I know which way to go, just like with quest objective. It gets annoying having to repeatedly open the map and check on the journey because you keep going off track along the way.
And the answer to that is, the developers are planning to release a trackable map pins feature. Travelers will just need to select a custom pin from the map screen and choose Navigate. Only one pin can be tracked at one time. So in this feature, it will let you know how far it is, the distance between your location to the pin location. And it works like when you navigate through a story quest or a daily commission quest.
I wish I could repeat a domain without having to leave and re-enter.
And the answer for that question is, in version 1.2, travelers will be able to choose to repeat a domain challenge from inside the domain. No more leaving and re-entering. This feature perhaps will work kinda similar to when you go to the character trial, where you can choose to leave or to repeat the challenge. And this will make you save a lot of time from repeatedly going through the loading screen by leaving and re-entering the domain. Pretty simple, but a handy one nonetheless.
I frequently miss out on domain and leyline blossom drops. Having to manually collect them is very inconvenient.
And the answer to that question is, the developers have improved the domain and leyline outcrops reward system. From version 1.2, you won't have to collect the drops yourself because they'll be added straight to your inventory. To be honest with you, this scenario actually never happened to me. But perhaps when you're in a rush, then maybe you have experienced this incident already. So this feature will certainly prevent you from missing out on the drops anymore.
Please, Mr. Developer, could you add an autoplay option on the in-game dialogue?
And the answer to that question is, and the developers have almost finished making it. An autoplay option for dialogue will be added in version 1.2. When the auto option is selected, dialogue will automatically progress to the next line once the current line is audio finished playing. When dialogue option appears, it will pause to allow travelers to respond, then continue to autoplay as before. Also, there's now an option to skip the animation on the BP screen. So for me personally, I don't mind the dialogue that much. When it's interesting, I'll read it at my own reading pace. So an autoplay dialogue is a feature that I won't be using that much. But hey, if you love the feature, then use it however you like.
I wish there was a place to view the dialogue for quests I have already completed. Sometimes it's nice to go back over the story.
And the answer to that question is version 1.2 adds the travelogue section to the archive. All dialogues, text and audio from previously completed Archon quests and story quests will appear there. This way, travelers can reread and play back the dialogue from completed quests. Same as before, I don't really mind this feature that much, but if you missed the dialogue on the first time, then don't worry, because now you can read the dialogue again.
In co-op mode, progress is interrupted when a player quits the game. Can this be improved?
And the answer to that question is, we hear you loud and clear, traveler. In the next version, travelers are free to leave co-op domains at any time without interrupting the battle for other travelers. Also, during co-op session, the host will be able to disband the co-op team just by returning to single player mode. After the team is disbanded, the traveler's own game progress will be restored. This feature, I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, if the hosts leave, then maybe the other three can still continue the domain. But if a player is able to leave the domain anytime they want, it's basically make the domains harder, right? And interrupt other players who really want to do the domain. Because you will end up in a 3-player situation, and some domains can be really hard when you're not on a full team. So I don't know what's the point of this feature, to be honest. So I guess we'll see what happens when the update comes out. Last but not least, after the developers let us have one final peek at their notebooks, it turns out that version 1.2 travelers will be rewarded with one acquaint fate each time they ascend a character at level 20, 50, or 70. And for any previous character that the travelers have ascended, you can claim the acquaint fate rewards from the ascension material preview screen. So basically, every time you level up and ascend a character to a certain point, you get a free gacha. This one is simple, but it sure does put a smile on my face. I mean, how can you not be happy getting a free gacha in a gacha game? And it gives you a reason to finally level up and ascend that character that has been stuck at level 1 for God knows how long. So alright people, that's it for my thoughts on the developers discussion on the upcoming 1.2 update. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think about the upcoming 1.2 update in the comment below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on our new upcoming video. We hope you have a groovy day. Peace!